right, what's up, world? This is King Dua, aka the Melanated King, and you're now watching Royal Nation TV. And I got a very, very special guest. I mean, he's a living legend, legendary. New Orleans, Houston. Well, I gonna say New Orleans, Houston. I'm saying New Orleans native. Mr. DJ Jubilee. What's going on with you, Mr. Jubilee?
Hey man, everything is good, man. Everything's good. Life is good, man. Doing great.
Man, that's awesome, man. It's good to have you out here in Houston, man. When was the last time you've been to Houston?
Oh man, I can't think, man. It's been a few years since I've been to Houston, man. It's been a few years.
Been a few years? Yeah.
It's like home to me. You know, I've been there so many times, man. So many times.
Yes, man. So, man, what made you want to start doing rap music and hip hop and I'm gonna get into the bounce music, but I just want to know what made you want to start rapping and making music.
Well, like I said, I used to DJ at high school back in the days, man, and I used to bring rappers in, you know, V, all the other cats from around there used to come and rap on the mic. Then all of a sudden, man, they started saying too much cuss words, so I had to delete it out. So after that, I started bringing dances in there. We started doing different dances and challenges and stuff like that. So when the dancing part took off, that's when I knew that, you know, I had something different going on, because every week we have a different dance, the Jubilee, the Beanie Weenie, the ABOUYT. So that's how they really came about me getting into the game, man. You know, it wasn't my look forward to it. It was just something that just happened to me, man. I was blessed with it.
Okay, and so what made you, out of all the genre, well, they say rap music has different genre. It had, at that time when you was doing it, it had gangster rap, it had, you know, you had Uncle Luke, you had all these different type of genres, right? Genres of music and rap music. What made you want to do bounce music?
Well, what happened was that we didn't call it bounce then. See, it wasn't called bounce, it was just called just regular New Orleans music.
Oh, regular New Orleans music.
Regular New Orleans music. You go back to 1992, I did an interview with a newspaper lady, Time Picking News, and she asked me what kind of music that was. I said like bounce music, and make you dance, make you move around. See, a lot of people don't know that because they all don't understand where the word bounce come from. I gave bounce music its term.
Okay.
That when you start hearing Everlasting Hitman saying bounce, baby, bounce, 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 and tuck away there and all that stuff there, when you say bounce, I say that's what that music is about. It's about bounce music. Represent your neighborhood, your school, where you're from, and that's how that came about, man. That's how that word bounce came for our music and gave it the whole title of it.
Okay.
New Orleans bounce music.
Wow, so it came from an interview. You were just like, hey, it's bouncing, make you want to bounce around, make you want to move around.
Yeah.
And it's energetic.
Yes.
So the samples in bounce music, and a lot of people don't know that, it came from New York, right?
Yeah, New York, yeah. My homeboy, Buskin Can, Trigger Man, the man, you know what I'm saying? We took that song and rejuvenated and re-energized it and sampled it all over and from the front to the back, and that what made New Orleans sound.
Wow.
You know, we had that Browns beat, that Paul Hallcaster beat. Once we start putting them together, we did them separate at one time, but then we collided together. Man, we come up with a whole big hit. So you got that boom, boom, and you got that ba da da da, who, Trigger Man. And like I say, we give props to them guys, man. We know them guys. We did many shows with them guys. We invite them guys down, man. We just want to say thank you, New York. Thank the Trigger Man, the crew, man, from giving us that sound, man. That's how New Orleans came about all this bounce music.
Wow, man, and I'm glad you did that, man, because when viewers watch this, they're gonna know, all right, this is where it came from. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you want to be a bounce artist or anything you want to be, you wanna know the history of it. You want to pay homage to the history of it, like you just did.
Yes.
So I respect you a lot for that, Jubilee. Jubilee, who's your 5 top bounce artists, and not in the order. You ain't gotta do an order. That's a good question. Your 5 bounce artists.
I'm gonna say that I don't like that question because I don't want to answer. I don't want to put nobody in the category. I just like bounce artists. Period.
Period. Okay.
Because the thing, what happened that when you started doing that, now people gonna look at you different. And all I ask them to do this year: continue on doing what you're doing, and Jubilee gonna always be around. That's my motto. That's my method. I don't want to change nobody. I don't want to talk about nobody. Bounce music had went left, right, up, down, sideways, came back, left, gone, and all that other stuff there.
Yeah.
But as long as they keep doing what they doing, DJ Jubilee gonna always be around.
So that's the advice that's part of the advice you would give to the younger artists that's coming out and doing bounce music, correct?
Yeah, because I can't change them. They're gonna make up their own music. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Like you did, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But they're doing it a different term and a more exotic. I mean, they're off the chain with it. But I can't stop them, so I let them do them. That's all it's about. I let them do them.
So, question for you on that. How do you feel about all the artists that's not bounce artists that sample bounce music? And I know you've been sampled recently, and you got a big, I ain't gonna say too loud with that, but it was a great blessing that came out of that for you.
What I like about it now, when they sample our stuff, they contact us. A lot of people get contact me, Frida, whoever, Chopper, whoever they do now, which is a good thing. So that's their way of blessing us. And that's our way of saying thank you, you know, to let the world know that, hey, you know, we can't push it all the way out there the way we want to, but they're taking it a little further with me. Like I said, Beyonce, they took me here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish you could just take all my samples, just take all of them. Take all of them and throw me a check over here. Take all of them and throw me a check over here. That's all I say, you know?
So, what's your best advice? Because on this show, we interview minority entrepreneurs, entertainers, celebrities. What's your best advice for anybody that's just trying to get into the entertainment business, period? Whether you're doing a podcast, whether you're doing whatever.
The best thing is that, man, you always try to find your niche and a hit. That's all you need. You don't need 500 songs. You don't need all you need is a niche. What you about, what's your persona, and a hit. You get a hit, you're okay. You're gonna do okay. Your niche and a hit.
So, question on that part. And this is something that I and it's crazy because I thought about it. People in New Orleans, right, after Katrina, did you feel like music shifted a little bit after Hurricane Katrina?
Yes, it has. It shifted tremendously to where that we was at 98 speed at one time. And then we jumped all the way to 102, and now we like 103, 106, you know, and it changed over the years, which still helped the game along, which you can't not knock it, but sometimes, you know, things happen, but it's not, put it this way, what they're doing now is gonna keep us what we did in the 90s going along, because they didn't bump here with us.
That's
they
true.
went their own way.
That's true.
A lot of people don't understand that type of stuff. They changed the music game, but they did it their way. But you can't go back and change the old school, the Jubilee, the PNC, the Desiree, all the people that back there, UNLV, them, you can't change that.
Yes.
So they're gonna always last for long. That's why the 90s bounce gonna always be here.
Okay, so it's another passion that you have, and that's working with kids.
Yeah.
And that's something that you've been doing for a very long time, man.
Very long time,
like,
man.
And it's so funny you mentioned it in a song, one of your hit songs. You know, and I can't quote it because I don't want to mess it up, Jubilee. But it's a song where you said, you talked about the kids, you know, and you said, I can't think how the words went, but it was in what school you from?
Yeah,
and you talked about that. Can you explain that? Like, you being a part of the school districts and education?
What happened is that, man, I got into it lucky, meaning that I was 7 for 3 years. And then a good friend of mine, a teacher, asked me, hey, there's a job opening for being a child specific, meaning that I'm gonna deal with one kid until he graduates. So when I did that a couple of years, I kind of enjoyed it, you know, working with a special need kid, and you know, you're close to them, and then they get to know who you are, and you teach them this, you teach them that. Then all of a sudden, I just fell in love with it, man. And after all that, there, 28 years at the same school, man. 28 years.
Wow.
At
And is that West Jeff?
West Jeff High School.
I did my homework, baby.
28 years. And
Wow.
also, sports is my biggest love, really my first love.
Okay.
So everybody thinks it's music, but sports is my first love. Like I said, I've been coaching football for like forever. You know, almost 40 years, really.
Wow.
Really, so, you know, I've been doing it for a long time.
Well, I make you smile, man. I just, we actually just had a interview with Mike Evans of Tampa Bay wide receiver at the 7v7 football league. If you're familiar with that.
Yeah, familiar with that. I just seen that.
And I had never like been to none of that before. I never experienced that, but that was dope. And I see what you said reminds me of what they're trying to do with those youth, with those kids and whatnot, man. And but man, I highly appreciate you coming out, man. I appreciate what you're doing as a man, for one.
Yeah, appreciate that.
As a leader. And also what you contribute to the music business, man.
Also, now, check out the new What Stop by DJ Jubilee, the first bounce line dance. To the right, to the right, to the right. Me, Cupid, and Chopper got a song, a grown folk song, man.
Okay.
It's a two-step song.
Okay.
And also, holla at me and my boy Ron Anthony, man, we got a song, man. It's a nice groove song called Thickness for all the thick girls. All the thick girls. It's a real nice, good song, man. So I'm doing multiple things, man, and I'm getting back into it. Now I got me a New Orleans festival song. Nobody never heard of it yet, so I'm just gonna drop it soon because the Jazz Fest is coming back. Crawfish Fest is coming back. So I'm gonna ease it out there, get me a little more plate.
So, and I'm glad you brought that up. How did you feel about the pandemic, and how did it affect you as an artist and other artists?
I'm different from everybody. I understand life. I understand what people go through, ups and downs. I know how to handle situations. The pandemic never bothered me, meaning that I knew what to do. When they stay safe, stay 6 feet, I stayed safe. When they say wear your mask, I wear your mask. I did everything people tell me, wash your hands. I did all that there forever. And I kind of watched other people how they couldn't handle it. You know, it was bothering them. They wanted to jump to the club. They wanted to hang out, but you had 500,000 people dying. They didn't understand that.
Yeah.
So my knowledge to them, man, just be patient. Understand life. Right now, nobody in the history who been living right now never seen 540,000 people dead in a year.
That's true.
Nobody never seen that, ever.
But 100 years ago, they never.
They never seen, not even 100 years ago.
Huh.
So we had 20 million people die. We got 500,000 people. All right? Within our lifetime, I'm talking our lifetime, maybe 100, 200 years, yeah. But in our lifetime, then you and I, my lifetime, 55.
Well, we never seen that.
Exactly. So that would make everything different and strange. Just, you know, and like I said, it was new to people. They didn't know how to handle it.
Hold up, man. Pause. Time out.
Yeah.
You 55?
55.
You don't look 55, man.
10 watt. Stand for the 10
Oh, man.
Stand for the 10 watt. 555.
10 watt.
Yeah.
10 watt of the building, man.
Yeah, the St. Thomas all day, baby.
Jubilee, I appreciate you for coming out, man. I look for doing more things with you in the future. I love your energy. I love what you're doing. It's good to have you here in Houston. And I'll catch you next time, man.
All right, baby. H-O. H-O. What I say? N-O-H. Yeah, N-O-H. That's my new thing now. New Orleans to Houston. Hey, man, check it out, man. This is DJ Jubilee, man, the king of bounce, man. And I'm just kicking it, man. I want to say you are now watching Royal Nation, man. They're on fire, baby. Keep up the good work. You are now watching Royal Nation TV.
My man. Thank you for coming out. Until again, we will see each other. And peace.